before we apply the color melt, we do a nice, wonderful warm towel around their neck. That way they're coming back from the shampoo bowl, they're dripping, soaking wet, it gets cold. So that warm one's just like a little added, you know, touch.
Yep. Yeah, we even have lavender things that you can get from like anywhere, you know, at Target. And you warm that up and you put it under like their cape. That's like just a luxury service. It's like taking things to the next level, then they won't be cold.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do the color melt and we like to comb it through, and then you kind of, when you're combing it, also examine the hair. Like, okay, well, I wanna do, actually the foil got a little too blonde there. Okay, that's where I wanna get a little more depth. So you wanna first touch those bases first, those areas. If anybody's foil leaked or if any spots or whatever, you always wanna go ahead and tap those first before you continue. We like to do our color melts a little different. So we always mix 2 formulas for color melts. For the front area, we always do a formula that is 2 shades lighter than their base, shadow base. As everybody always wants more depth where they part their hair, so we always tap those areas first. Love it. And then for the front area, you don't go all the way down, you just kind of just tap, just a little tap so you don't see that money shot too much, okay? The front, I'm doing a 7N, 7NB, and 7P, and I'm over directing it forward. The reason I do this is when it falls back and she curls it, if you're not gonna see any line. And I don't know how many of you guys do your shadow bases at the shampoo bowl. We don't do that. We like to, again, bring it back to the chair, comb it out so it's nice and clean. Sometimes it gets a little too messy at the shampoo bowl to do the color melts. And then I literally believe you don't get all the areas, and I don't feel like you get enough coverage when you do that because you're rushing, you can't really get the back. And with this, you can kind of see everything, see how the color looks, where you need more depth for that shadow, and it's a lot nicer for the client as well.
And we always like to go in kind of a teardrop.
Exactly.
So it's, you know, less right here, dragging more.
So after we apply, usually we do step by step. With my, I did a few sections and then I'm gonna comb it through. And always using a wide tooth. Do not use the smaller teeth because you will get spots. So you guys are hair doctors, you tell them what they need, not what they want. They may want this, you can still give what they want, but then you can approach it like, well, but this is what you need. And then they respect that, and they're like, oh my gosh, you were so right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a lot of people bring in that color from Pinterest and you're like, oh my gosh, but they have so much breakage like right here, and you're like, it's not gonna look anything like it.
Okay, so now that we're done with the shadow base everywhere, we're now doing the money shot. And again, we're using a formula that is 2 shades lighter. Now, this is a really good trick. When we did a class with Tracy Cunningham, she always uses 2 shades lighter. So if you're like a 6N, great coverage, you'll apply 6N, but then over here, you'll apply an 8N. Yeah. Especially women, when they age and they get older, you guys, we lose that pigment, and then they have this dark, harsh black line, makes them look even worse. Yeah, and lighter colors add softness. It gives them an instant glow. It's very surprising what a good hair color will do to a face. It looks like they instantly got a spray tan. So how do you guys do your shadow bases, I want to know? Do you guys do it with the shampoo bowl? Do you guys bring your clients back and do it at the chair? How do you guys do it?
I used to do it in the bowl, and then I just was like, why? This is a struggle.
Yes.
This is the stuff where all the magic happens too. And I have a lot of clients that get nervous at this point too, because it's gonna be like orange and all the different colors, and you're combing through and they're like, what the heck is going on? So if you feel like you have a client like that, like sometimes I would do it at the shampoo bowl for a long time because I could just tell somebody was nervous and they've never done this kind of thing before. They're like, what's it doing? This looks really dark when it's on and then rinses out and it's way lighter. So sometimes if it even helps to turn them a little bit away from the chair, and that's when you can do the lavender wrap. Like we just got started doing these eye warmer things on people's eyes. Yeah. Now this is just your time to relax when you're by the face. Just close your eyes because we have color right by your eyes. We just need you to close your eyes, and that all helps them feel relaxed. And they don't know. They don't know like what we're doing, but we know.
And then, do any of you ever, I remember when I started doing the color melts, has any of you guys ever struggled with getting, get spotty? Anyone in the beginning? Mm-hmm. Okay, well a trick, what we like to do is we use, we have a water bottle, and before we apply the gloss, after we apply the shadow base, we take a water bottle and we respray those ends because it's on thinner hair, it dries out.